Why do I hear a chainsaw or something? Huh. I put my headphones on, I pressed record, and then I started hearing like a chainsaw or an angle grinder. Did you hear that? Or is that just in my head? Never mind. Hi. How are ya? I'm just popping in again. I kind of have like a billion thoughts going on at once in my mind's eye. But the one that I just keep coming back to, which I feel is really, 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 really important, is, sorry, where do I put my microphone? No, that is not what I was having in my mind. It is, what are we doing here in this world? I just keep coming back to, what are we doing? We're not getting it right. We've lost ourselves for a long time. And I definitely feel like we're coming back to ourselves, because I've never felt like this in my life. I've never had the connection. Oh no, I have, when I was young. Yeah, no, I do recall when I was younger. But I'm just talking about coming back round now, and I'm just finding it, what is the word? Phenomenal, amazing, paranormal, magic. What words can encapsulate breaking through the boundaries and limits of what was seen as a reality into another reality and multi-dimensions that makes me understand that there's so much more to life. Does that make sense? Okay, I don't see the world the same way anymore. It's so bizarre, but it's not. And it was progressive. It didn't just happen. I can see it's like this unfolding, and as the unfolding happens, it opens to new levels, and on the new levels it's like another sight, or another lot of blinders has gone, shifted, disappeared, disintegrated, and it's kind of surreal at times, because I'm seeing things that I realized were always there, but I just didn't have the sight or the eyes to see them. And now these blinders just keep coming off, and I'm seeing more, and I'm seeing more. And I know other people are having the same thing as well. I know that's happening. And if you're here because we are all attracted to what it is we need to know, or the people that we need to see or hear or to speak to, you might have something that you could say to me that helps me to take yet another blinder off, and it's blowing my freaking little mind, but in the most wonderful, magical of ways. Although, in saying that, it's also rather traumatic and a little bit tiring, but I would never go back. I just could not go back to where I was with all those layers of blinders upon me, and I am only going forward now, and I'm excited because I can see where that's going. I can see where it's going for me, but I can also see where it's going for the world, and it is so freaking beautiful, this vision of where we're taking steps into, and it's inevitable. There's no will we do it, won't we do it. It's just already there. We've already chosen the path, but it is a matter right now of how quickly we bring it in, and how many people we can sort of take with us, because there is Okay, I have talked about this before, and you may have sort of heard some rumblings and mumblings about a earth split or something of the likes. So we are not actually changing this world that we're on. So everything I can see, I realize, is not so much the literal change of this version of reality right now. But what we are doing is, through our wants and dreams and desires, we have been creating a certain version of reality in the energetic realms, in the etheric realms, which is created as another dimensional version. And from what I'm understanding is that we can shift there. We are shifting there. There's already people who have shifted there. Hi. Hello, people living in that wonderful version of Earth. I feel like myself personally, I have one foot in each world now, which is a little unnerving. So I'm partly in this other dimensional version of Earth, and then I still seem to have a foot in this, I don't know, shall we just call it the old version just for the sake of argument. The new Earth, and that is probably what you might have heard is the new Earth split, and then the old Earth, which is the old energy that has been operating, if that's the right word, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And we've been stuck in this energy, in this loop, in this cycle, in this old energy version of Earth for a long, long, long time. But we're always meant to be evolving. It's like cell splitting. We are meant to be splitting off, splitting off, splitting off, and creating and resonating and connecting with our highest, greatest timeline. Except for some reason there has been a stuckness, I feel. I don't think it's natural. I feel like we are meant to be doing this. Evolve, evolve, evolve. But maybe because it has been, what has it been, Kat? I don't know. Traumatic. There has been so much we've needed to heal from, because we have traumatized ourselves. I feel like, as I've spoken before about the light side and the dark side of the force, and ideally we are meant to be in our center, but we have slipped out of balance, and it's a slippery slope because the dark side of the force is quite heavy and dominating and dense, and the light is light. It's light and high. And so if the balance is off like this and we are at our center point, it can be so easy to allow yourself to slide down. I think a lot of us over the eons have accidentally, like, we're trying to hold our center, but it's just too easy. Something will trip us up and we will slide down. And some people have slid down so far it's almost impossible in their mind to come back up. But everyone can come back up. And oh, I just had this image of, you know, ants. How, have you ever seen in documentaries, like nature documentaries, how they link up to cross things, to get to things, and they hang on to each other? Maybe that's what we need to do, is for those of us who have slid down too far and they're a bit stuck, maybe we can create a people chain to reach down and help them. Because even though people who resonate with this new earth frequency, this golden eternal age that we are creating where everybody will live in peace, love, light, health, wealth, abundance, joy, happiness and harmony, fulfillment, contentment and family is where and what we've created. I know I'm going there because I'm choosing it and I'm conscious of the fact that I have a choice. I feel like the problem is a lot of people are unconscious and unaware that there is a choice, that there is a different way our reality is than what we've thought. So we've been very physical in how we've seen our world. We see it as this is it. Not everybody. There's been obviously mystics and oracles and psychics and mediums and all sorts of people in our society for so long. Unfortunately, there was a period of time where they were by the dark side seen as a risk because people may open their minds and escape the darkness. And misery loves company. But anyway, that was a slight little segue. But what I'm saying is I have this really strong feeling that there will be no soul left behind, even though, and maybe it's a hope. I hope it's not just a hope. I hope it is a truth, because I don't want anyone to suffer anymore. I think we've had so much suffering in our world that I don't know, I feel sad even if I am to go to this wonderful dimensional version of Earth that I will just love. And I want to be careful not to anchor myself in the old energy out of this want to help others, because sometimes you can't. But I have this really strong feeling that no soul need be left behind. And even though it does come down to personal choice, we all have that choice, and sometimes people may get stuck in a choice that they might not essentially want, but it's too hard to get out of. And that's why maybe I'm thinking of this people chain, because if you are in a hole, right, say you're walking along, you didn't see, and there was trees, it was like a trick trap, and you fell in, and it was too steep and just too high for you to get out. So you're in this hole and you're there, and then if someone comes along and offers their hand, says, take my hand, I will help you out, would you really go, oh no, I'm in here, I'm in my hole, this is where I'm going to stay, this is where I'm going to get out on my own? Or would you take that hand and allow someone to help you out? I don't even know what I'm really saying here. I might be going in circles. But I see things now that I didn't see before, and I can see this potential choice for everyone. I've already chosen it. I have chosen it. There's no way I'm staying in the hole. I've been there. I've been in the hole a number of times in my life, and I remember at first not taking the hand that was held out to me, because I'm going to do this myself. And you know what? I did climb out of this hole multiple times, and it was painful, it hurt, and I cried and I suffered. There was pride involved and wanting to do things myself, I guess. But it was horrible and painful, and I don't want to choose that way again. I certainly don't want my children to suffer, and I don't want any child to suffer, or any person. Like, I don't want any child, no matter how young or how old. I have a mantra sort of thing I say every day, and it is sort of, do I say it? I don't know if I want to share it right now fully. Okay, so every day, without skipping a beat, I do say this. It's a cleansing, clearing, protective mantra. And since I started doing this consistently, I have noticed the difference in not feeling the stabbing pains in my back and body and other things, whereas I had unexplainable pains, and now I understand that they were psychic attacks. And now with this protective practice, and also shrouding myself in a golden white light, and also I've had something amazing come in not that long ago, the great white lion. I didn't even know there was a great white lion, and I don't know if I've even Googled that yet to see if there's anything anywhere about this great white lion. So this great white lion, wow, is massive, like, I don't know, 6 times as big as a normal lion. I feel like they're behind me right now. I'm looking in the camera. And is a protective energy, a protective angel. So in this mantra, every day that I have totally noticed the difference it's made to me in my life, and what was happening compared to what's not happening now. Okay, this is the mantra. I call on the divine to cleanse and clear my energy, cleanse and clear my space, my physical body, astral light, energetic realms, my aura, my spirit, my soul, and that of my children and all children everywhere, no matter how young nor how old. Every time I say that, I giggle, because what I'm saying is, so children everywhere, no matter how young nor how old. So we're all children of the universe. So basically, for me, I'm saying everyone, and everyone is a child of the universe. Thank you for cleansing and clearing and surrounding us in a protective shield of white golden light from the great white lion that protects and guards us all from all negative energies, entities, attachments, hexes, curses, spells, black magic, cords, vibes, bonds, devils, demons, incubus, succubus, leviathan, Jezebel spirits, all negative thoughts, projections and intentions, conscious or unconscious, all self-sabotage or self-harm, conscious or unconscious. Thank you for taking all these negatively polarized energies with the utmost of love, kindness and compassion into the quantum field to be transmuted into pure positive energy, love and light, and henceforth raising the collective frequency into the new golden eternal age, where all live in peace, love, light, health, wealth, abundance, joy, happiness and harmony, fulfillment, contentment and family. Thank you to our ancestors, our guides, our spiritual teams, soul family, star family, magical, mystical creatures, divinities, deities, gods, goddesses, the planets, the suns, the moons, the stars, the elements, earth, air, fire, water, our angels, earth angels, archangels, the great I am, universal source energy, that we all are, the great one and all, the us, the we. Thank you for another beautiful day in paradise on our greatest timeline as our highest, greatest self. So that is a daily mantra without skipping a beat, and I feel like it's definitely changed my life. I feel it's important for us in our own lives to create our own life practice, but when I'm doing that, I also somehow want to encompass everyone, because I realize that we are all each other, and it does matter to me. Like, I just don't want to go to this new well If I had the choice, if someone said, here's a spaceship, and you can go to this new world, it's absolutely perfect, it's like paradise on earth, but you're just going by yourself. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want that, unless I can take this person, definitely my children, and then it wouldn't stop. I would need a spaceship the size of the planet, because I wouldn't want to leave anyone behind. Why would we leave anyone behind? And you know what? And it's so funny in the world how we are exploring space in case we trash Mother Earth and we need somewhere else to go. How about, instead of spending all that money going out to space, we look at what we're doing here on Earth and actually look after our provider, our Mother Gaia, and all the animals, and we don't decimate the planet by chopping down all the trees and mining into the ground and just causing chaos and pollution and decimation. Like, can't we do that? Like, how disposable, what sort of disposable age are we in where we're like, yeah, we'll just go find another planet. And someone else might live there. What are we going to do? Go ruin their world if it is blissful, and say perhaps if it's more primitive? What are we going to do? Like, they didn't avatar, even though I wouldn't say they were primitive. They were just attuned with nature in that storyline. Like, how crazy are we? Let's not be so disposable. Let's not try and run away from our problems, but pause and breathe, because that breath is so important, and decide and choose how we're going to. Now, I've got to go back to what I was saying, because sometimes I can get caught in the old energies. So how do we ensure that as we are in this shift and we have this potential new timeline and dimensional version of Earth, how do we ensure that everyone who wants to resonate and tune into that frequency is and can? And I feel like the key to that is us talking to each other and communicating and using our imagination and seeing it, because I can flat out, is there. I know it's there. I know we are adding to it in the moment as well as we use our imaginations, but it's already there. And the key is sharing the awareness, because the more people that start turning their focus to it. So let's say, for example, the old Earth is over here, the new Earth is there, and you know, there's a lot of, I'm turned that way at the moment, but there's a lot of people still looking at this who are totally unaware there's a whole other potential world here that they could turn their attention to and be part of. So how do we let them know? And I feel very strongly it's just a matter of choice. We don't have to fight for it. We don't have to protest. We don't have to completely like make it happen. There's no fighting, no protesting, no wars to do this. It's a matter of just a simple conscious choice. And I think that's why I'm here talking, and I have seen also other people, I'm going, okay, we're on the same bandwidth. They're also sharing that same vision, but just slightly different. I think that's important, because as we all have different filters and perceptions, no one person may be the one with the language that works for everyone. Does that make sense? So what I'm saying and how I'm saying it may resonate with you, but not with someone else. It might completely go over their head, or they'll think it's rubbish. But then someone else may be that key to that person, because another thing I've realized is we all have our individual codes. We all have codes. We are a code. We are an individual authentic frequency that can activate others, and you don't necessarily even have to do anything. It could be by walking out through your day in your life, and without realizing it, as you pass people, if they have the right resonant code, I'm not sure if it works for everyone, I'm still working this out, it will activate something, and they'll have no idea that it might have been from you walking past, or it could be a conversation, or also, as I'm realizing, some people activate things at certain land sites and landmarks and places around the world, or it could be a place around the world that you're drawn to that is going to activate you and open you up and rise you up to another frequency dimensional level. This is what I'm getting the information on, which is very interesting. But I've definitely gone over my time. I certainly don't want these videos to be too long, because I understand how busy people are, and you should stop that, slow down. Let's not be busy doing, let's roll it back into being and actually spend the time connecting, because when we're so busy with noise and work and doing this and getting that done, we don't have time to connect with our higher guidance and the higher realms that will give us information we need and activation, and allow us to integrate these into our being so that we can keep expanding. So let's all slow down. I still would love to stop the world so that we can get our priorities right and make sure that we're looking after each other, because there is no amount of money on this planet that is as valuable as you, as everyone, as every single person. There's no amount of money that you could put on any of our heads. The money holds no value whatsoever, but we all do, every single one of us. And I think we are going to be shifting into that frequency. We're kind of already there. It's just tipping over. We're kind of at the tipping point, even though I feel like we've already tipped to a certain extent. There's no tipping back the other way, that's for sure. So, okay. I hope I've confused you enough. Sometimes I confuse myself, but I find it helps me to speak through things, and it feels not only part of getting stuff out there, but for me it solidifies everything. So I'm going to keep doing that and keep growing and expanding, and I hope you are too, because for real, nothing else matters in this world but us, and us evolving to this next timeline, next chapter, next page. The page is turned. We're actually there, and you know, it's kind of blank in a way, in a good way. It's blank, but it's still filled with magic and wonder. Okay, I'm gonna go. So wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having a beautiful arvo, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'm going to go get on with my day. It's my Friday lunch with Dad day, so I'm going to go have lunch with my dad. That's every Friday. It's one of my favourite days. And I will pop back out and pop back in, probably not tomorrow. I've got a really busy day. I have an event on, so I'm going to be out in the rain, maybe, because it's winter. I have to remember to put my brolly in the car, but I'll probably be around Sunday anyway. So much love to all, and I'll be back.